Hey guys, it's me, Joe, and why?
It's a rolling, not a stop. Watch shit don't never stop.
When the conversation of the worst year of the decade comes up, the first thing that comes to mind is 2018. I do think that overall 2016 was maybe the worst, but at least that year made me feel things. 2018 was just awful all around, and there are still times when it overtakes 2016 as my least favorite year of the decade. It's a toss-up, and 2018 definitely had worse music, just maybe not as bad. But that's not my problem. It's not my problem to make you guys hear about 2016 and 2018. My job is to just tell you what was the worst and best of the year. So enough stalling, it's time for the top 10 worst hit songs of 2018. "2018 was the year of artist comebacks and artist burnouts. Some of the biggest faces in music, like Justin Timberlake, Ray Shremmerd, and Imagine Dragons, released singles that would, as of now, end up being their last grand hits. Meanwhile, artists like 5 Seconds of Summer, G-Eazy, and this next artist came back strong after everyone thought they'd only have 1 or 2 hits. And even though 5 Sauce had a nice comeback, and I liked both of G-Eazy's hits this year, oh boy, that third artist.
She can get a taste. She can get a taste. Fuck what a nigga say. It's all the same like Mary Kate.
So first things first, this song sounds splendid. The vocal sample they use sounds fantastic over this melody that sounds somewhat mysterious out of context, but it just slaps under trap production, and it sounds incredible with just enough menace and flavor to not get annoying or creepy. It's what I would have said if this was any other song. Because if this production were given to another rapper with the same topic, like, say, Lil Baby or Juice WRLD or even Drake, I think they would have all killed it. This would be a solid song. Yet it was given to the pedo. Unfortunately, the production here is not great in context, and the producer here, D.A. Domain, has a history of giving objectively nice sounding production to creeps. So he's also produced Yeezy by Kodak Black and Privacy by Chris Brown, which might just be my least favorite song ever. It does seem like he's on a bit of a redemption arc in 2020, as he produced Godzilla by Eminem and PTSD by G Herbo, but doesn't excuse his blatant misuse of stellar production. But the production isn't the only unfortunate misuse here. Let's talk about our performers. I've never been the biggest fan of Tyga. I thought AO with Chris Brown was fine, but now I think it's really bad, even though I have a chunk of nostalgia for it. And I thought Rack City was ignorably mediocre. And I was perfectly content with him being a two-hit wonder. Then Stimulated came out, where he basically admitted to having sex with a 16 to 17-year-old Kylie Jenner when he was 25, and his career crashed and burned from there. But apparently, when we were playing Artist Revival Bingo, we got Tyga. Instead of giving a good artist like maybe Sia or 21 Pilots, who actually released music this year, some new hits, they gave Tyga a stable hit. Offset is a bit better, but he's mostly just a non-presence. Then we have the lyrics.
Yeah, in the city, love my name, nigga, I ain't gotta say it.
Yeah, we all love you, even though we haven't heard from you in 3 years.
It's all the same like Mary Kate.
What does that mean? Well, that's a stretch and a half.
And she gon' suck me like a fucking high C.
This is the 15th worst lyric of the year, and all other 14 lyrics come from Tay Bote. Maybe that's because this song is 7 minutes. Yes, this song is 7 minutes. Just as a comparison, this song is a full minute longer than Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm not going to analyze this song at all. There are people more capable to talk about this song than mine, like people who can actually understand the lyrics, and there are other people who can rip apart the beat more better than I can. Go watch them. I am not going to touch this one. You can't make me. It's my video. I'm done. So I think it's safe to say that 2018 was the year where every genre wasn't good. Rap was infested with Drake, XXXTentacion, and 6ix9ine, and even though there were diamonds in the rough, it seems like we gave a free pass to every single scumbag to exist in the rap scene. Pop seemed almost non-existent, because every big pop song of the year, besides tracks from Ariana Grande, who luckily knocked all of her singles out of the park this year, had major elements from other genres. Rock had Imagine Dragons singles and not much else. R&B was nice, but not very prevalent. But country was the one saving grace this year. Besides obvious country singles everyone liked this year, such as Marry Me and Tequila, there are some really good songs that were underrated. Florida Georgia Line released their best song, Simple, Luke Combs delivering quality with One Number Away, and Kane Brown gave us the Relaxed and Nice Heaven. So, with all these fantastic choices, what was the biggest country song of the year though? You know, when I drafted this list I wrote in 2018 when I didn't know what I was doing, this song was my number one. And this is the only thing about that list that I don't completely disagree with. You know, besides the obvious. Okay. I don't hate Bebe Rexha. She's an incredibly talented and unique singer, and she has songs I genuinely like, such as No Broken Hearts, In the Name of Love, and yes, even kinda I'm a Mess. That one's sort of a guilty pleasure of mine. But anyways, Bebe Rexha has some songs I like, and even Florida Georgia Line have some good songs, like Last Day Alive with the Chainsmokers and the aforementioned Simple. Yet this song takes the worst aspects of both and puts them in a blender. First and foremost, Bebe Rexha sounds genuinely splendid here. Her cooing is beautiful and she sounds great vocally. Well, at least singing solo, because dear God does the mix of Bebe Rexha and Florida Georgia Line not work well. Not only does Bebe Rexha's extremely soft voice not work with Florida Georgia Line's incredibly rough and raspy voices, which, might I add, are borderline struggling to hit specific notes, but the vocal mixing here is just so awful it gives me a headache. The vocalist is always overpowering the other, the chorus gives you no time to breathe, and everything is jumbled together so awfully it almost makes I Hope's mixing sound tolerable. Almost. And even though this mixing is horrid, these lyrics are, well, actually an extreme improvement, but I still don't like them. The first verse is Florida Georgia Line responding to their girlfriends who are worried for the future of their relationship, and they comfort her by saying the world will take them where the relationship needs to go, and that they should just enjoy it right now. And then we get to Bebe's contributions, where she explains that her past relationships have really hurt her and made her more closed off, and she has trouble connecting with people because she's scared that it's all a facade. You know, that's actually an extremely mature and adult concept for a song. You know, maybe this song isn't so bad after all.
Whoa, hold up, girl, don't you know you're beautiful? And it's easy to see.
Wasn't it not even 2 seconds ago where she said she was tired of being used for her looks and just wanted a relationship with someone who cares about her? And Bebe goes along with it. Then we get to that stupid chorus that basically just reads as, I don't need to work into a relationship with someone I really like, I'll just let the road take me there. You know the worst part? This song had serious potential. I like these melodies. These sound pleasant in theory. Bebe Rexha is a talented singer, and Florida Georgia Line can even work in specific situations, like in the aforementioned Simple. And yet, they all created one of the worst hit songs of the decade. Okay, this one will be rough. I really hate to be vague for 2 entries, but I promise, with the exception of Tay and this one, there's going to be no more filler on my 2018 lists. However, for this one, I'm being vague for a reason. I don't know if you guys have guessed what I'm referring to yet, but I think it's finally time that we get to the more reprehensible section of this video. I don't think there's a better way to introduce this section of the video by saying the 4 words nobody wanted to hear this year. Yes, 2018. So without further ado, let's talk about X.
I don't understand this. You're changing, I can't stand it. My heart can't take this.
I seriously consider not including this entry, replacing it with another song such as, say, Bad Love by Halsey, or Like Me Better by Lauv, or even Wolves by Marshmello and Selena Gomez. But the more I thought about it, the more that I realized if there was any song this year that genuinely deserved to make my list of the top 10 worst hit songs of 2018, that it was this one. More than any other song in the list, this one deserved to make this list, rather than a song like Tebote and Taste, and that's because this song represents laziness. This song is nothing. It's literally two men cooing about nothing over a nothing piano and only became a hit because of XXXTentacion's death. If not for that, this song would have never made the year end, so I'm going to treat it like such. This is... So I've been trying to ease myself into listening to more albums, and recently, on my birthday actually, I listened to my 100th album, Nectar by Joji, and it was great! But anyways, most of these albums I have pretty standard opinions on. I mean, Future Nostalgia was good. Dark Lane demo tapes, mediocre. When We All Fall Asleep, good. Like, whoop-de-doo, these are standard opinions. Some of these albums I didn't expect to dislike or like as much as I did. One of these albums is Blame It On Baby by DaBaby.
Brand new Lamborghini, fuck a cop car. With a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop.
Now, I didn't really hate this album like everyone else did, but I didn't like it. I actually took some notes when I listened to this album because I had a lot of thoughts, but one of them stood out to me when I listened to it. Wait, is that the guitar line from Friends in Find My Way?
Oh yes, yes it is.
Don't go look at me with that look in your eye. You really ain't going nowhere without a fight.
Marshmello. Was he ever that bad? Honestly, I can't tell if it was just me, but ever since Marshmello made Come and Go, watch out for that one on my best list, I'd say he's grown on me. Okay to Not Be Okay? I like his production there. Be Kind? Hey, honestly, I don't really like that song, but I still like his production there. Even old songs of his have grown into my good graces. Every Day is catchy and has a nice punch to it. One Thing Right is mostly mediocre, but his drop is genuinely really good there. And Silence is just phenomenal through and through. Though, that is mostly thanks to the fascinating MC lead, and I think that's about Marshmello. The quality of his song depends on whose vocals there are. Juice WRLD, Khalid, and the frontman of Bastille are all good performers with great writing talents. So Happier, Come and Go, and Silence all end up being great songs with really good vocals and fantastic writing. Demi Lovato, Kane Brown, and Logic are mixed performance, so my thoughts on the songs end up being based around Marshmello's production, which leans towards the positives on each of those tracks. But then we have the awful performance Marshmello has worked with. And on his actual hits, I've only had two performers he's collaborated with, Selena Gomez and Anne Marie. I've already mentioned Wolves enough in this video, considering it's not even a part of the list, but Anne Marie, on the other hand, yikes.
So rock-a-bye, baby, rock-a-bye. I'm gonna rock you.
I first heard of Anne Marie in 2017, where she and Sean Paul collaborated with Clean Bandit to make Rockabye. Now, I'll probably touch upon this in a later video down the road about 2017, wink wink, but I hate Rockabye. And easily the least favorite part of this song for me is Anne Marie's chorus. However, even though I utterly despise this chorus, I can see what they were trying to do at the very least. Making a song dedicated to single mothers is a great idea, and even if this song doesn't really work for me in that regard, I can at least imagine a good song with the same producers, vocalist, and lyrics as this one. And even then, that was only one song. Anne Marie seemed like a talented vocalist, and I was almost intrigued to see what would come in her future.
Bad girlfriend, I'm a bad girlfriend.
Okay, now she's out of my good graces. Bad Girlfriend is an awful, awful song, and if it had made the year-end list, it would have shared this spot with this song. Plus, it had one of the worst lyrics of the year, but that's neither here nor there. No, I was intrigued to see what she had dropped before Bad Girlfriend, so I checked out her new single, Friends. This song starts off with an incredibly limp and dull guitar lick, which is the reason Find My Way by DaBaby is an awful song. Then you end the trap percussion, which sounds almost unsettlingly unfitting, and annoying bass. But of course, the cherry on top of our SpongeBob-style disgusting ice cream sundae is the synths.
So don't go look at me with that look in your eye. You really
Now I adore synths, and they might just be one of my favorite parts of music. But as Uncle Bun once said, with great power comes great ability to abuse synths to the point where it sounds like you chucked a broken DJ set in a lawnmower. I mean, just listen to this. But honestly, Marshmallow is far from my biggest issue here. Let's take a look at these lyrics.
say you love me, I say you crazy. We're nothing more than friends.
Okay, so far it's not that bad. I mean, telling someone they're crazy for having a crush on you is sort of a good douche canoe move. But maybe it's not that bad. After all, there is no context given here.
Here we go again.
Again? Oh. So he's been telling you that he loves you, even though you're clearly not into it?
You can't be reasoned with them, don't be impolite. I've told you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 times.
Okay, all this seems reasonable on your end. But if you have turned this did I down politely, oh, how many times was it?
I've told you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 times.
Yeah, that. If you're clearly not into it, why don't you just have a seriously talk with him or stop being his friend?
F-R-I-N-D-S.
Okay, that's kind of a douche move. I know you've told him however many times, but if that's how you act to people who are friends to you, then how do you... Wait, hold on. Run that part back again?
F-R-I-N-D-S.
Did you just say F-R-I-N-D-S instead of F-R-I-E-N-D-S? Wait, so you made an entire song about the friend zone, explaining how you're only friends and how this guy won't be anything more than friends to you, and you decide to name your friend zone anthem about being friends, and you don't even know how to spell friends? We live in dark times, my friend.
Have you got no shame? You looking insane, turning up at my door.
What?
It's 2 in the morning, the rain is pouring. Haven't we been here before?
Okay then, that's a lot to unpack. So this guy, who you keep in mind call a friend, shows up at your door in the rain at 2 in the morning. And this has happened multiple times. And yet, even with all that, that's not the worst part of the song. And that would be this.
Look at me with that look in your eye. You really
That's it. I'm heading out before I get a migraine. Part 2 is coming very soon, and this is That Super Joe Guy signing out.